G'day everyone and welcome to the Sunday session with Sifu Adam. So, got a great question that's come in this week and hopefully we'll go a little bit deep on it. And that question is, what is Qigong and why is it so powerful for our mental wellness? And that is a great question because it's very underrated. And that word Qigong, people don't really, see what it's all about, understand what it's about. But let's just break it down really quick. Qi and Gong. So Qi is basically life force, the breath, that with which keeps us alive. And Gong is internal, inside our body. So Qigong is referring to shifting that life force within our body where it's needed to help the healing process, and to help us grow in vitality. So that's in a nutshell what it is. Don't get mystical or out there with it. It's just basically that. It is our breath, the breath that we breathe that keeps us alive. And it's not just breathing into the lungs, it's shifting it into all areas of our body to nourish it and circulate it. So how does that occur? It occurs in many ways. We've got many different systems in our body, our vascular system, our circulatory system, our nervous system, our lymphatic system, the fascia, the blood. So oxygen-rich blood is what we need. So Qi, that life force, we need to get it into the blood to really enrich it, to create great circulation. So how does it help our mental wellness is, in the modern day, we're so fast, where the way we have to work, most families have to run, 2 jobs to be able to pay the mortgage, put the food on the table, feed the kids, get them through schooling. So it's very stressful. We've lost the ability to, have one parent working, making the money while one parent's at home nurturing the children. And so our kids are getting brought up in daycares and through the schooling system, and we're losing the ability to really bring up our children and nurture them with great, values and morals of natural law. So Qigong comes back to natural law and natural nurturing of the body. So it's about becoming consciously aware of how we breathe. So most people breathe up into the chest and they breathe high most of their life. They're not taught how to breathe. So in Qigong, Tai Chi, Kung Fu, we learn how to belly breathe. And this is in many arts throughout the world, in yoga and all those things. But we start to use this area and we start to breathe deep into our belly. And we start to get our diaphragm to work. And our diaphragm drops down and it'll start to work like a vacuum to pull air into the lungs, deep into the lungs. So when we're getting maximum air into the lungs, maximum volume into our lungs, the little alveoli are able to pull more oxygen, out of every breath, and then put that into the blood and put that into the systems and really start to pump cleaner blood throughout our body. So it's also about being quiet. So in Qigong, we start to slow down. We start to go inside our body. So our vision is looking in. We're looking inside us of what's going on and feeling into who we are. It's not just about a movement. It's not how the hand moves, what's going on, how the leg moves. So when we start to move, the movement becomes an actual instruction. So when I move the hand up, say in this instance here, and I move up, I'm actually giving the mind a job to lift the air up from the earth, so I'm not barefoot, gently out in the bush, to pull that air up and to put that air back down. So I draw that air up through the feet into the dantian and put it back down, and then I breathe it up into the heart and put it back down. So it's not the fact that my hands are moving, it's the fact that my conscious mind now has a job and a task to draw and lift that air up and press that air down. So the mind needs a pathway to override logic thinking, so we give it the job of guiding the hands, bringing the air up, bringing the air down, bringing the air up, bringing the air down. So as we do this, our mind now doesn't have the chance to wander and start going off all over the place and worry about the stress of yesterday, worry about the stress of tomorrow, of what's coming. It brings us into our body and in the moment. And that's where we need to be, present. So as we get present and we get in our body and we start to calm down and slow down, our mind starts to clear, it starts to declutter, and our wellness becomes now in our body. So our whole mental wellness is about how grounded we are and how in our body we are. And that takes time and practice. And the thing is the pathways, it might not feel natural, but we make it natural and we bring it back into this natural movement, this natural pulsation. And then there's many things that happen. We start to direct the breath through the meridians, the 12 main meridians of the body, all right, which are connected to all the organs. If we've got sickness, we've got a part of our body that's sore, we start to look into that part and we might just breathe. It might be sciatica in the leg, so I'll breathe that air up and I'll push that down and I'll start to nurture and internally massage with air this area. So intention is very important. Our intention, all right, where our mind goes, our chi and our energy goes. So we direct it like so, and we start to draw that in. And at a deeper level, because we're looking inside and we're looking into the deeper realms of us, what we're doing is we're starting to now, what emotion is coming up? And can we disperse that emotion with the breath? So now the breath comes up and the chi comes up, and then as we let it go down, we wash it away and let it disperse out of us, and we dispel and transform and transmute that emotion that's created the pain in our body. All right, so that's where Qigong is so powerful in our mental health. It's about slowing down. It's about being in tune with our breath, not just using the breath to survive, all right, but using the breath to thrive in every area that we need to, and really nourishing our soul, our body, and just connecting to the ground, connecting to Mother Earth, and that's what it's all about. There's many takes on Qigong, and there's a lot of stuff out there. We can go deep. There's all this lot of stuff out there that doesn't really seem real, and we're not about that. We're keeping it simple. Direct the air inside the body, slow the mind down, take the time to be with you, take the time to nurture you. So great question this week, what is Qigong and why is it so powerful for our mental health? Well, that's why, because it gives us the time to be at one with ourselves and to look inside to who we really are. Have a great week. Thanks for being here on the Sunday session. Keep bringing those questions in. I'm loving it, and let's grow deep. See you on the next one, everyone. Bye now.